Hey everybody, welcome to class. I'm Helen and today's practice is a 10-minute standing hip class. We're going to work on mobility of the hips but also strength as well. You will need one prop, which will be a chair, and I'm going to work out in bare feet because I always do. And the format will be 1 minute of exercise with 15 seconds break in between where I'll demonstrate the next move. Okay, are you ready? Let's do it. The first exercise will involve the chair. We will come onto the tiptoes. So imagine your heels are together, so your feet are in like a V. Tall spine. We'll sit down into this sort of plie, and then a pelvic tilt forward, back, and then up. You can hold on for stability, or you can do it without. Okay, let's do it. Okay, a 10-second countdown. Getting ready. Heels together. And begin. Bending the knees, tall spine, pelvic tilt, forward and back, and then come back up. So really try to move with grace. Pressing those heels together. How deep you go depends on the mobility of your knees and the strength of your legs. You don't need to rush. Breathing deep. Shoulders are relaxed, space around the neck. Gazing just in front. Nearly done. And wonderful. Move this chair. You can still use the chair. Grounding down into the right foot. You'll bring in the left knee to the left elbow and then a lateral lift. So we're working on the side waist and the mobility of the hip here. Tall spine, crown to the sky. Find something to gaze upon that's not moving. Maybe you don't need to hold on. Whoops. Working on your balance. Grounding down to all four corners of that standing leg. I like this one. Really crunching that side waist. Activating it. Elbow to knee and straight out to the side. Seems so long since I've filmed one of these videos. Been injured. Wonderful. Getting ready for the other side. I'm not myself when I don't work out. Getting ready. And begin. Side crunch. And then this lateral lift. Using those oblique muscles all down here. Shoulders are relaxed. Jaws relaxed. Enjoying this movement in the body. Feels so good to get into all those little nooks and crannies where we hold the tension and stress. Work out muscles. Work out joints in all their ranges of motion. Feels good. And of course, one side probably feels a lot more easier than the other. Excellent. Get this out of the way. Now move on to a curtsy lunge. Grounding into one foot. We're stepping back with the other. Then we come around, swing it, and come back. So you may put the foot down in between, or maybe you can keep it up the whole time, really sitting into that right hip there as you come down. Do this nice and slow and controlled. This is great for core, for balance, for the mind, for the hips, everything. You don't need to rush. Nothing good ever comes from rushing. I really notice that if my concentration goes even for a second, I'm losing my balance. Ooh, really felt that. Maybe shake it out and get ready for this side, grounding down into the left foot and the right foot steps behind. Sitting deep into that hip and then coming up with a sweep. Gosh. Yeah, balance every day is a lottery. Some days I'm steady as a rock, and other days I'm all over the place. Actually helps if you really engage this leg. Full muscle engagement makes it much more steady. Great. Back to the chair. Standing into the right leg. This left leg comes behind, knee to elbow, and then back. So it's kind of like a different version of what we did standing with those side crunches. You can really feel it in this glute here. Really engaging the back of the leg. You can have a little bend in the standing leg rather than locking into the joint. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And just using the chair really to assist your balance. Keeping the core engaged, so it's helping support the torso. And you're not dumping all the way into the hands. Space around the neck. Relaxed trapezius. Like this one. Wonderful. Get ready to swap to the other side. Get your distance. Leg comes out behind. And then knee to elbow. Really engaging the glute, back of the leg. Keeping this belly active as well, so you're not dumping into the lower back. We need strong abs to support the lower back. The different parts of the spine have the ribs to support them, but there's nothing here except the belly. Another good reason to do core work, because it helps with our back. Keep going, you're doing brilliant. Shoulders are relaxed. Great. Now we'd work on side lunges. Feet are facing forward, sitting into one hip. We come up and we sit to the other side. trying to keep the spine straight. And really bringing your awareness to the glute and the outer hip. And of course, how low you go depends on the mobility of the knees and the strength of the legs. When we keep doing these movements, we get better and better. We build muscle memory, and we build strength and mobility. Keep going. Doing brilliant. Remember, if you feel pain, back off. We don't want any pain. Now we'll come into a horse stance or goddess, legs. We sit down, the arms come up. We come in a circle, toes lift, toes down, and we circle back the other way. Okay, sitting deep, arms up, circle all the way around, toes lift, heels lift, sorry, and then we come back the other way. So heel lift in between. This is great for the waist and for hip mobility and strength. Wow, I can really feel this one. This is a tough one to keep going. You can always take a little break and join in again after you've had a little rest. We've only got one more exercise after this, so why don't you give it all that you've got. Great, we're going to start in this position again. Rotate to one side, come down into a lunge, step up, rotate round, lunge the other way. Last exercise, so rotating, lunging, up, rotate, lunge this way. You can have the hands anywhere that feels good on the hips. Or if you want to elevate your practice, the arms can come up overhead. As soon as they're up overhead like this, the heart rate will go up. Front ribs are in. We've only got 30 seconds left. Gosh, there's suddenly loads of birds flying around. And that is it. Excellent, well done. Just move the legs a little bit in the hip sockets. Get your breath back. Wipe away the sweat. And then come to settle. Full body stretch to the sky. And then release down. Excellent, well done. If you want a longer lower body stretch out, I've got a great class for the hips and hamstrings, which I will link at the end of this video. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again soon.